Chelsea are the most decorated football club in England. That's a fact.
Correct.
People want to talk about. Hang on. People want to talk about Man United and talk about Man City. Cool. Chelsea are the most decorated team in England, right? Chelsea are going through a transition, yeah? And it's fine. Let's beat them. Let's knock them while they're down. As a Spurs fan, I am so bored of knocking these teams when they're down, only for them to come back and win stuff, and Spurs fans not learning their lesson. We do not learn our lesson as Spurs fans. We are arrogant. We talk about these teams as though they're... Sorry, if there's any Spurs fans in the comments, you're going to hate me. Fine, hate me, right? We are a club that don't win things. We are a club, that laugh at Chelsea where they are now, right? We're laughing at them where they are now. For what? So we can finish fourth, right? And what? We're saying they're not very good. What are we? We're not very good. We're just a few points better than a team in transition. We're not in transition.
Just a few points better. I really think that you're overdoing it. And also as well, I don't really get what you're saying. So what are you meant to do, Sav? You're not meant to enjoy the moment. You're not meant to
enjoy. But what am I enjoying about being above them? What am I enjoying?
Because they're your rivals. That's what you enjoy. You enjoy the moment.
A big game against AC Milan.
You're doing better than your rivals. No, put things into context, Sonny. I don't know what you're talking about, the AC Milan thing. I'm talking about actual league positioning. I'm talking about actually being better than your rivals. I'm talking about actually enjoying this moment. At the end of the day, you're talking about if buts and maybes. And the fact is, you're saying that Chelsea have been decorated. This is a completely new ownership. You don't know how it's going to pan out. You don't know that. This isn't Roman Abramovich. This is a completely different thing.
Listen,
I'm not sure what the jokes are. Like, what I'm saying.
I know it's funny.
Tottenham are rubbish.
But
so what are you then, Sonny?
Go away. Go for it.
I don't really get.
I live by facts. I live by facts, right? I live by facts. I've lived through so many years of this. I remember when Poch was here and we were finishing second and we were finishing third. We were above Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Man United, all at one, not all at the same time, but at different times. We finished above all these teams. And everyone was like, oh my God, they're in the mud. I hate that saying, by the way. They're in the mud. He's in the mud. She's in the mud. Mud. All these teams come back. The cream rises to the top. And you know why? Because even if Chelsea don't get it right, they will buy until they get it right. And they have bought some very, very good footballers, right? That when it clicks, they will be a very good team. And as a Spurs fan, I know my place. Yeah. If we are going to laugh at a team that are 10 points behind us for one season, what am I enjoying about that? They're going to win something before we do. You
sound grumpy and bitter. Like you just sound like you're never going to enjoy football, because with you, there's always something negative about every positive. Like you should actually, like I said, enjoy the actual moment.
But Pat, you can't explain. Hang on. No, don't call me grumpy. Hang on. Listen, just because I'm not deluded doesn't. No.
I'm not deluded either. But you sound like you were. You sound like you can't
tell me I'm grumpy.
No, I don't.
You can't tell me I'm grumpy because I use my common sense.
Because you're always saying, "Oh, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that." What should you do, Sava? What should you do? What you're saying? Oh, you shouldn't laugh at you. Well, no, you shouldn't enjoy the fact that you're better than Chelsea at the moment. You shouldn't do so. What are you meant to do then as a football fan? What's the point of?
I don't know, but I don't know about you, but do you know what? There's this certain thing in me called ambition, right? Finishing above Chelsea for one season and finishing fourth. I don't know what am I laughing at?
Don't put words in my mouth, because I never said none of this. This is not what
I didn't say you did.
So don't talk about this ambition. So I never said none of this. But what I'm trying to say is that you're saying,
where's the ambition?
Talk to Daniel Levy. You know my thoughts on Daniel.
No. Let's have a conversation that doesn't involve Daniel Levy. Let's have a Spurs conversation which doesn't involve Daniel Levy. We're above Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right. What am I laughing at though? Yeah, we're above them. What am I laughing at? That's what I want to know.
Well, first and foremost, this whole in the mud thing about Chelsea, that's not stuff I say. So you don't see me saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that why shouldn't you enjoy this moment if you're better than one of your rivals? You should enjoy it. You should lap it up. And then obviously you move on. That was my point. All this other stuff.
Okay, we're above them. I don't know why. What I'm enjoying about it. I don't know. I'm watching some of the worst football I've ever seen at Tottenham Hotspur, right? I'm watching a manager that is, I won't even get into Antonio Conte, and I'm watching a team over there that are in transition. What is it that you want me to enjoy? That we're above them for this moment in time?
For this season, yeah. Why shouldn't you? Anyway, I don't
because
know.
you know why, Patrick?
I'll
tell you why. Been here, seen it, done it, learnt my lesson.
What lesson
Not
is that?
my first rodeo.
What lesson is that? What lesson is that?
Well, my lesson is this. I've seen Spurs fans for years and years and years. Whoever the big team is that's below us for that individual season, we get all happy and look at them. They come back the next year, they win something, or 2 years later, and then we're all sitting there going, oh, God, it's terrible. They're all winning things. Yeah, but you were laughing at them last year. Foresight. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm not grumpy. If being honest comes across as grumpy, I apologize to the show and everyone in the comments. But I see this year after year after year from Spurs fans. We don't learn. That's my point.
I look at it this way. I think that if you beat Chelsea in a game, celebrate. If you see Chelsea lose, like, you laugh at it. But I get where Sava's coming from. And Patty, we've had this conversation publicly and privately a few times recently. The way Spurs fans were talking about Man United as an example this summer, laughing that we hadn't won a trophy in 6 years, and then saying we'll win one before you. And then when you get bantered, and then as a club, you guys get bantered when the reverse happens, and then say, well, why are you guys talking about us? Because there was a lot of chat. And it may have been one or two people saying it, but that's not how social media
winds me up.
But that's not how social media works.
Spurs fans. I don't see these Spurs fans.
But that's not
they're everywhere.
Patty, that's not. Hang on, guys. I'll answer it. Patty, that's not how social media works. If I make a video tonight saying the sky is red, and 200,000 people watch it and comment and go, yeah, I agree, hit the like and share button, that's 200,000 people agreeing with it. They haven't all got to be the ones saying it. It's about the traction that it gets. When I said that your season was overrated, your summer transfer window was overrated, and I got dogs abuse, people threatening to put my children's address on the internet, it wasn't coming from one person. It was him saying it, and then his army of followers who support Tottenham behind him. That's Tottenham fans doing it. So, of course, when we beat you to a trophy and your season collapses, I'll come for those people. But there wasn't a mass of Tottenham fans going, whoa, don't say that. United are bigger and better than us. It was being either endorsed publicly or silently clapped. Like, I'm not saying it myself, but I'm going to sit in the back and just kind of clap it a little bit. That's how social media works, bro. So it's not 20,000 Spurs fans all saying the same thing, but there's hundreds of thousands of them endorsing a particular message. And Spurs fans do get too giddy every year. You see a team struggling that's bigger and better than you, and you laugh at them. And I understand laughing at them in isolation, but the whole, you're dead, you're never coming back, we're clear of you now, there's been a power shift in North London. There was never a power shift because you didn't win a single trophy in that time. You know, the power shift is about, I think that's what people are talking about, Patty, personally, that Spurs fans win nothing, but sort of celebrate being bigger than teams that are just having an off year. Or an off couple of years, you know. I think that's what Sav is saying, and I get it because I've had it in my neck a lot from Spurs fans this year, and it was the weirdest flex I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy to me. It's crazy. We've got some super chats here I want to do because lots have come in. This first one says, Conte said it best, finishing top 4 is like a trophy. Ambition is the future, is what Blick Gemini has got to say here. HK says, Get this Spurs fan on more. Most rational Spurs fan I've ever heard. Patrick is happy with finishing above a trophy.
No, I'm not happy, but also at the same time, I'm not gonna. Why would I be pissed off if I'm finishing above my rivals? Football is about rivalries. It is about derbies. That is part.
No one's pissed off though. Hang on, no one's pissed off.
But to say I'm happy, yeah, of course I'm gonna enjoy it and cherish it. But to say that that's me, I'm happy. I've also. Anyway, you lot know my thoughts about what I wanted this season and what my ambitions were. So this HK guy is chatting shit, basically.
Raul says, bottom right, bro, what are you enjoying exactly? You are the perfect example of a Spurs fan content with mediocrity, staying down, king.
Okay.
Whatever. You still don't win anything, though, Patrick. That's the point, is what Gareth is saying here. Mateos says, this is legit football cannibalism. Cooked his own Spurs brother and sisters. Talking about you, Sava the cannibal. I think that we can make that catch on. I kind of like that name.
I'm old. I've seen this game so many times. I've seen every year. Spurs fan. I told you last week, Terry. Spurs fans in the summer. We've won the transfer window. Yawn. Arsenal in our rear view mirror. Arteta's a B-Tech Guardiola, and we've got Conte as a serial winner. All these things. All of a sudden, Arsenal are 20 points clear of us. And it's like, where are those fans now that were saying these very things? It's changed. Now we've not got a good squad. But in the summer, Arsenal were awful, apparently, and we were going to roast them. And that's why I don't go too far this way and I don't go too far that way. I stay in my lane. I know who I am. I know what my club is. And I will enjoy something when there's something to enjoy. But watching a team like Chelsea build for the future, bearing in mind, right? Sorry, last thing I'll say, Terry, sorry.
That's what, mate. All the time
we're laughing at Chelsea for spending 600 million, but we're laughing at them for the short term. What they're doing is exactly what everyone wants Daniel Levy to do at Tottenham, but they're doing it in 2 windows instead of taking 400 windows to do it. They're building young centre-backs, young centre-mids, young forwards like Nkunku coming in and Mudryk and Felix, whatever. They're doing exactly what we want our owners to do. But because they've done it in this isolated little bubble and it hasn't yielded a Premier League title in year 1, everyone's laughing at them. I'm going to wait for it to collapse properly in 2-3 years before I get all giddy about it. That's all I'm going to say.
Can I just say one thing as well? When you say laughing, who's laughing at what they've done? Everyone admires what they've done in terms of actual spending. Most clubs wish they could do it. If you're laughing at where they are right now. So again, when you say about Tottenham doing this, Tottenham doing that, I think you need to be a bit more balanced and down the middle, because a lot of Tottenham fans would have said that Arsenal would finish in the top 4, like I did at the beginning of the season. No one was saying that Arsenal. You said about the squads being better and this and that.
You keep
so
doing
I don't really get.
Where are these Spurs fans? They're everywhere, mate. On my channel,
I don't know.
On my channel in the summer,
I don't know. I know a lot of Spurs fans, and I don't see these Spurs fans. So
I've made it up. I'm
not saying you made it up. I don't know any Spurs fans. I'm just saying, just be a bit more balanced with what you're saying. Like you're going.
Patrick, I get told off for being. I get told off for being balanced.
Be a bit more balanced. That's what I'm saying.
Right, hang on. First of all, absolute BS what you've just said there, and I'm going to call you out for this. Balanced. As a Spurs fan, I sat at the beginning of the season and I said, Spurs will be 4th, no more, no less. And I said, Spurs will be 4th for one reason and one reason only, and it is Harry Kane. And I said, everyone needs to calm down all the Arsenal hate, and everyone needs to calm down all the title talk. I saw loads of Spurs fans coming into my channel saying things like, look at the squad, we've got 2 players in every position. We're going to finish on 86, 88 points. None of that has materialised.
I don't know. I never saw Spurs fans saying this either.
But Pat,
86 points, winning titles. What? Like, where did you see that? I never saw that.
Pat, I've got a Spurs YouTube channel, bruv. I don't know what you're talking about. I've got a Spurs YouTube channel. 700 people watching me on a Sunday night, right? Do you not think I get these views in my comments all day long? Right? I'm not making this up. Spurs fans are the most deluded fans in football. We go from famine to feast. We're going to challenge. We're going to do this. We've got Conte. We've won the transfer window. To, oh my God, no, we're terrible. We haven't backed Conte. Rah, rah, rah. There's no, and then you tell me I need to be balanced because I'm calling it correctly. Wow. Sorry. I can't.
I mean, listen, this is what the show's for, a bit of challenge. I'll stay out of it. It's a super chat here says, I love this Spurs fan and I'm a gooner. He's not delusional at all, is what Gareth Roberts says here. Sonny, you are young. Listen to your elders on this panel.
I didn't even say anything, bro.
Sonny catching a big stray here.
I didn't say anything.
AMT, you know, and that made me laugh. Winter Surfer, who's a Chelsea fan, says that you are not our rivals. You just live in the same city, is what Winter Surfer says.